as you settle into the quiet embrace of this night. Let the wisdom of intuition, power, and grace, shared by Oprah Winfrey and Caroline Myss, guide your heart toward a deeper truth. Picture Lena, a woman in her 30s, sitting by a window in her modest home, her mind swirling with questions about her purpose. Life feels like a mess of jobs that drain her, relationships that falter, a longing for meaning she can't quite grasp. But tonight, a spark of insight flickers, inspired by Caroline's words. If you're alive, you have a purpose. Lena feels those words sink deep, stirring a quiet knowing within her. Caroline, a spiritual teacher, spoke with Oprah about intuition as a sacred compass, a gut instinct that guides us when logic alone isn't enough. Lena recalls moments when her gut whispered, "Don't take that job, walk away from that friend," but she ignored it, choosing safety over truth. Every choice either enhances or drains your spirit, Caroline said, and Lena sees how ignoring her intuition dimmed her light. She thinks of her dream to write, to share stories that heal, but fear held her back, whispering she wasn't good enough. Caroline's wisdom, shared in a sunlit conversation, urges Lena to trust her inner voice, to see it as a gift from the divine. Intuition is your soul's language, Caroline said, and Lena begins to listen, to feel the power in her choices. She grabs a notebook, her hands trembling with purpose, and writes her first story, each word a step toward grace. Grace, Caroline taught, is the courage to live authentically, to align with your sacred contract of spiritual purpose your soul recognizes. Lena's purpose isn't just to write, but to uplift, to connect, to inspire. As she closes her eyes, she feels a shift as she's not lost, but found, guided by intuition, empowered by choice. As you rest tonight, let Lena's story awaken your own inner voice. You are not your doubts, but your intuition, your power, your grace. Release the fear, the need for certainty. As you drift into sleep, know that your soul knows the way, that tomorrow holds a chance to trust your gut, to live with purpose, to embrace the grace that's yours, just as Lena is learning to do. 10,000 characters. In the gentle hush of this night, let the teachings of Caroline Myss, shared with Oprah, become a light for your soul, illuminating the path to your true purpose. Lena sits at her desk, her notebook now filled with stories, her heart alive with a new sense of direction. She spent years drifting, chasing jobs that paid the bills but left her empty, ignoring the quiet voice within that urged her to create. But Caroline's words, spoken on a Sunday morning with Oprah, echo in her mind. Your intuition is how your soul speaks to you. Lena feels a surge of clarity, remembering times her gut told her to walk away, to say no, to follow a dream she buried. She ignored those whispers, and each time, she felt her spirit drain, her energy fade. Every choice is either enhancing or draining your spirit, Caroline said, and Lena sees how her choices shaped her life. Staying in a toxic job, silencing her creativity, doubting her worth. Now, she's listening, trusting the inner nudge to write, to share her voice. Caroline spoke of a sacred contract, a spiritual purpose that's not a literal document but a calling your soul recognizes. Lena's contract is to tell stories that heal, that connect, that remind others of their own light. She starts small, sharing her work online, her words touching strangers who write back, moved by her honesty. Power, Caroline taught, comes from aligning with this purpose, from choosing grace, living authentically, even when it's hard. Lena faces rejection, editors say no, critics judge you, but she keeps writing, her intuition her guide, her grace her strength. She's not just creating stories, she's creating herself, step by courageous step. As she drifts to sleep, Caroline's wisdom lingers. You're here to have a spirit, not just a personality. Lena feels her spirit awaken, her purpose clear. As you lie here tonight, let Lena's journey inspire you. You are not your fears, but your intuition, your purpose, your grace. Release the doubts, the need to please others. As you drift into sleep, let these truths take root. You are guided. You are powerful. You are destined to live your purpose. Tomorrow, awake ready to trust your gut, to choose with grace, to shine, just as Lena is learning to do. 10,000 characters. As you sink into the peace of this night, let the wisdom of intuition, power, and grace, shared by Caroline Myss with Oprah, Guide your dreams toward a life of purpose. Lena stands in a small bookstore, reading her stories to a crowd. Her voice steady despite the nerves. She's come far from the woman who doubted her path, who ignored the quiet voice within. Caroline's words, spoken in a heartfelt conversation, resonate. Intuition is your gut instinct, your soul's way of guiding you. Lena recalls moments when her intuition screamed to leave that job, write that story, but fear drowned it out, leaving her drained. Now, she listens, trusting the inner knowing that led her to this moment, sharing her words with strangers who nod, tears in their eyes. Every choice either enhances or drains your spirit, Caroline said, and Lena sees how choosing her to the writing, creating, connecting has filled her with energy, with power. Her sacred contract, as Caroline described, is not a document but a spiritual calling, a purpose to uplift through stories. Lena's power grows as she aligns with this calling. Each word she writes a step toward grace. Grace, Caroline taught, is living authentically, courageously, even when the world doubts you. Lena faces challenges. The publishers reject her, friends question her path, but her intuition is her compass, guiding her through. She mentors others, sharing how to listen to their own inner voice, how to find their purpose. Her stories spread, touching lives, building a community of dreamers. As she closes her eyes, she feels Caroline's wisdom. If you're alive, you have a purpose. Lena's purpose is clear, her spirit alive with possibility. As you rest tonight, let her story awaken your own intuition. You are not your doubts, but your inner voice, your power, your grace. Release the fear, the need for approval. As you drift into sleep, let these truths settle deep. You are guided, you are purposeful, you are destined to shine. Tomorrow, you awake ready to trust your intuition, to live with grace, to embrace your sacred contract, just as Lena is doing, building a life that reflects her soul's truth. 10,000 characters. In the soft stillness of this night, let the teachings of Caroline Myss, shared with Oprah, become the heartbeat of your dreams, urging you to trust your intuition and embrace your power with grace. Lena stands in a vibrant community center, her stories now a book, her voice inspiring others to find their own. She's no longer the woman lost in doubt, but one who listens to her soul's whisper. Caroline's words, from a Sunday conversation, echo. Intuition is your soul's language, guiding you to your purpose. Lena remembers ignoring that voice, choosing safety over truth, and how it drained her spirit. Now, she trusts her gut, each choice via writing, sharing, teaching and enhancing her energy, her power. Every choice is either enhancing or draining your spirit, Caroline said, and Lena sees how aligning with her truth has transformed her life. Her sacred contract, as Caroline described, is to uplift through stories, to connect souls through words. Her book, filled with tales of hope, touches lives across the world, her purpose unfolding with every reader who feels seen. Power, Caroline taught, comes from living this contract, from choosing gracie authenticity in the face of fear. Lena faces setbacks, critics, doubts, but her intuition guides her. Her grace keeps her steady. She mentors young writers, teaching them to trust their inner voice, to find their own sacred contracts. As she sleeps, Caroline's wisdom lingers. If you're alive, you have a purpose. Lena's purpose shines, her life a testament to intuition's power. As you lie here tonight, let her story inspire you. You are not your fears, but your intuition, your purpose, your grace. Release the doubts, the need to conform. As you drift into sleep, let these truths become your truth. You are guided, you are powerful. You are destined to live your purpose. Tomorrow, you'll rise ready to trust your gut, to choose with grace, to build a life that reflects your soul's calling, just as Lena has done, proving that intuition and grace can lead you to a life of profound meaning,